Okay, our next film is The Eel from 1997, directed by Shohei Imamura, starring Koji Yakusho, Misa Shimizu, Akira Imoto, and Fujio Tokita. So I think it's your turn to go first with this one, Simon.
Um, I thought this was okay. There's parts of
Okay.
this film I quite enjoyed, and parts of this film I thought were kind of bland, if that makes sense. I just
Yes.
thought it was okay. I liked it. I didn't hate it.
Mhm.
It reminded me a lot of Dead Man's Wire in the sense that it didn't have a lot of depth. It just had a lot of conversation,
Okay.
but I never found it overly interesting or overly disinteresting. I just thought it was okay all the time. The acting I thought was felt more like a TV show, like a British TV show,
Okay. I could see
than I
that.
would than an American TV show. Just the way they act. I find the more we watch more Japanese film, I find I'm getting used to them. If that makes sense,
Mhm.
they seem to really like their dramas,
Yes.
and they like to. They're almost like soap operas to me at times.
Yes, this one felt very soap opera-ish
And I'm like,
at
okay,
times.
I love the eel part. I loved everything with the eel. I thought that was the most
Mhm.
interesting part. But I don't know, I was lacking depth for me. It kept my attention.
Mhm.
The acting was just fine. It was okay. I didn't think anybody was better
Okay.
than anybody else. I thought the directing was very casual. Looked like just more of consuming shots, getting as much in as we
Mhm.
could to the shot. I don't think there were any chances taken by the director.
Okay.
And at the end, I just went, okay, that's fine. It's just okay. My wife watched part of this with me, not
Okay.
by just because she was sitting in the room. And she's like, what
Mhm.
are you watching? I said, a movie for the podcast. She goes, okay, but it's not in English. She has problems with films not in English. And well, that's
Okay.
what Doug picked. This is what we watch. Now that was her comment. Like again, I was interested in it,
Mhm.
but I was hoping for more all the time. I was hoping it would go somewhere I didn't expect it to go. And
I
maybe
get
it does
that.
at the end when the guy shows up, but
Hmm.
still didn't do it for me. So I was looking for more all the time.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying. If you want some background on why I chose this
Yes,
movie,
of you know I do.
okay. I had seen another movie by this director called Vengeance is Mine. It came out in the late 70s, I think 79, based on a true story about a serial killer who was also a con man. So he would rob people, kill them. Excellent movie. This director felt like a Japanese Scorsese to me. Like
Yeah, I can see that.
it was the Japanese equivalent of like Taxi Driver, just a movie where the protagonist you're not rooting for, but is very you can't take your eyes off him. So I looked up this director, and two of his films won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. This is one of them, and it being one of his more recent films. He passed away in I think 2009, but this was his more recent film to win the Palme d'Or. So I'm like, I got to check it out. I'm curious. Like you, I didn't think it was his best. I think it had moments in it that completely uh, captivated me. I loved every scene where he was talking with the eel.
Oh, wonderful.
I love the scenes with his parole officer. I thought that was the way the parole officer went from very, business-like, and then by the end he was very monk-like. I thought that was very interesting to me. Uh, but yeah, I just it this movie didn't captivate me the way the other film of his that I've seen did. Vengeance is Mine, I loved. This one, I did enjoy very much, but not as much as Vengeance is Mine. When I picked this movie, I had no idea that Koji Yakusho was the lead of this movie. Uh, I think it was 2 years ago. He was the lead in Vin Vender's. I forget the name of the movie now. About the Japanese man who goes around cleaning toilets.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's him. We
That
watched
was
it.
Yes, and I
It's a good
thought that
movie.
movie was wonderful. I thought he was wonderful in it. Now I'm just looking up the movie. I apologize. I just want to make sure I have it correct. Uh, Called Perfect Days. That's what it was called. And I thought he was amazing in that movie.
He was.
Here he was fine. I don't think this was his best performance. I kind of was mesmerized by him in the very beginning when he was the jealous husband who commits the crime that gets him sentenced. Uh, and I liked at the end when the he's having another conversation with the eel, and the eel's telling him, maybe there was no letter in the beginning. We don't know who, maybe you fantasize the letter just because you're a jealous person. I like that. I like that ambiguousness to it. Um, I was half expecting aliens to actually show up at the end
Nah,
when they had the big party at the alien, beacon. I was expecting a spacecraft to show up. I don't know why. I don't think it would have felt out of place in this movie. Uh, but it didn't. They kept it more grounded, more realistic. But I did like this. I liked the way it looked. I liked the acting of the lead. While not his best performance, I think it had moments of brilliance when he's fishing and catches and sees the woman who OD'd on sleeping pills when he finds her. I thought that was a very well acted scene when he goes back to the barber shop and gets a group of people to go back with him so it doesn't look like he did anything wrong. I I'm up and down on this movie. I'm somewhere between a 3 and a 4 out of 5 on it. Probably a 3.5. Just cut those in half, but I did enjoy it. I would say watch Vengeance is Mine before you watch this, though.
okay. Have we done Vengeance is Mine and I missed it?
I don't think so. I watched that one on I think I got that one on one of the Criterion 50% off sales,
Okay.
and I watched that one on my own. All right. So now our next movie is, speaking of Criterion Collection, Defending Your Life from 1991, directed by and starring Albert Brooks, also
Okay.
starring Meryl Streep, Rip Torn, and Lee Grant. Um,
It's my turn, isn't it?
I think so. Oh, yes.
Doug, what's your infatuation with Albert Brooks? I
Oh,
would like to start right there.
I think he's hysterical. I think he's kind of a brilliant director. Um, and I love his performances. I
It's
think nobody does Albert Brooks better than Albert Brooks. I'll put it that way.
I don't get it. I don't get the Albert Brooks jokes. I've tried. Second movie of Albert Brooks, second movie I went, eh.
Really?
I did nothing for me. I
Okay.
tried, buddy. I tried so hard to like this for you. I want you to know I made sure it was quiet. I sat down. I thought the premise was dumb as crap. I thought the whole food
Oh,
option was
okay.
dumb. The only thing I enjoyed was Rip Torn.
Okay.
Other than that, I thought this was a flaming pile of crap.
Wow. Okay.
I tried so hard to like this. I want you to know I tried to get into Albert Brooks. I just think we're gonna have to disagree on that. Maybe there is an Albert Brooks movie I will like at some point.
Okay. What was the first one you saw?
Ellie, here's a new one from last year. Ella something, Ella McKay.
Oh, okay. He didn't direct that. He didn't write it. He just acted in it. So
No, he wrote it.
no, I think that's James Brooks. That's the other Brooks.
Oh, my mistake. Then I apologize, Albert. Maybe you have a redemption coming then. I'm sorry. I thought
Okay.
you wrote that piece of crap. I hate it. I try. I think the
Okay.
acting was good. I liked Meryl Streep, very young. I liked everybody in it. I liked the idea.
Hmm.
I just didn't enjoy the film.
Okay.
I'm just like, I think this is dumb.
Okay.
I just think sitting there going through stuff in my life and I have to defend I don't care. Send me to hell. I'm done. I don't care. If I've lost, I've lost. I can eat whatever I want though.
Okay.
But I have to go to the good restaurants, not the crappy restaurants.
Any restaurant will have the best food you ever had,
I
you ever
know, but I
tasted.
mean, I gotta have a good place to stay. Like Meryl Streep had a nice place. Albert Brooks looked like
Yes.
he was in the boonies.
Yes.
I didn't get that concept. I just don't. I don't think I got this movie.
Okay.
Where's the humor? The humor in the has to defend himself.
Well, there's lots of, I would say the humor is, I'm trying to, my favorite jokes are the past lives pavilion. I thought that was funny.
That wasn't bad.
Where the one guy sees himself as a young girl stroking a dolly's hair and he's just, what the hell? The uh, Meryl Streep as Prince Valiant and Albert Brooks as the guy getting chased by the lion. I thought that was
Yes, when they
funny.
go to the thing, they put. She goes, every time
Yeah.
I do this, dude, I keep going, keep trying. Maybe I will change my mind on Albert Brooks film, but so far, no.
Okay.
This is not for
That's
me.
fair.
I don't. Maybe it's the dry humor because I'm not a big dry humor guy,
Okay. He
and
does have very dry humor.
I don't get it. But I would argue Rob Reiner has dry humor, and I like him, so
They were
I,
best friends growing up.
I can
So,
understand why.
yes.
I think me and Doug would not have been best friends growing up.
Probably not. No.
It's Doug. I nothing against Doug. I don't think Doug's very sporty.
No, I'm not. I'm not a
But
sports
it's weird.
person.
My best friend from high school, both of them, are not sporty in any way.
Okay.
So maybe there was a chance, Doug.
It's possible.
Continue why you like this.
Um, I guess I'm the opposite.
Oh, I
I
know
guess
you
I'm the
are. I
opposite
knew
of you.
going in
I
you were going to love this.
Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite rom-coms. I'm not a big rom-com person, but I think Albert Brooks is charming. I think he's funny. I love the idea of the afterlife here. I love that all the food is the best food you've ever had. Um, I do like, I think he was trying to say something about there are still, even in the perfect afterlife, there is still an imbalance because, like you said, Meryl Streep had the incredible hotel and he did not. Um, but I think it also he you were asking for the humor. I think he showed his humor when he was the heckler at the stand-up comic in I guess Purgatory, where he was actually way funnier than the guy on stage. I thought that was kind of good, uh, showing that he's not the coward that he is on trial to be, that he can stick up for himself when he sees the need to. Um, like you said, I thought Rip Torn was amazing. I think this might be maybe his best performance in film, maybe overall. I'm not sure if you want to count the Gary Shandling show or not, but I loved Rip Torn here. Um, yeah, I mean, I just loved it. For me, this is a 5 out of 5. I think this is
Oh boy.
I I love it. I think it's funny. I think it's heartfelt. I love the direction. I love every morning when he goes on trial, he says good morning to everybody, and they all like either ignore him or I don't know, something about the comedy of manners there. I really like. Yeah, this is we're opposites on this one. I love this.
Oh my. We're opposites on a lot of things tonight, but I knew that was coming.
True. Okay, I wonder if we're going to be opposites on this one. This is The Killer from 1989, directed by John Woo, starring Chow Yun-fat, Danny Lee Sau-Yin, and Sally Ye in this film. Uh, I guess I'll go first on this one. Back when I was in college, uh, John Woo was huge to me. I went through as much of his filmography as I could. And back then, this movie, The Killer, was considered John Woo's masterpiece. I always preferred Hard Boiled. I just liked it better. And now I feel like Hard Boiled is probably considered John Woo's masterpiece when it comes to action films. So I guess what I'm saying here is don't overlook The Killer. I think that this movie is brilliant. I think the action scenes are shot impeccably. I think the story is actually a little bit deeper and the characters are a little deeper than they were in Hard Boiled. While I still like Hard Boiled better, nothing beats the set piece at the end in the hospital. I think this movie might be technically have a better story, technically have deeper characters. Um, I loved it. Rewatching this again is the first time I've watched it in maybe 10 years. The action scenes, they're all wonderfully shot. Uh, I was taken aback when the little girl on the beach gets shot. I forgot that that happened and that the killer, played by Chow Yun-fat, actually rescues the girl. I love that his friend was trying to do the honorable and right thing by getting him his money that was owed him. And by him, I mean Chow Yun-fat. Uh, the cop, I thought, was an interesting character. The way he was pursuing the killer, played by Chow Yun-fat. I love this movie. I think the ending when uh, the killer's eyes are shot out and the woman whose eyes he's trying to save are crawling, trying to get to each other at the end, but they end up crawling past each other. I think that's a touching, beautifully shot, poignant scene. Uh yeah, I mean, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. I loved this movie. I think this and Hard Boiled, the two best that John Woo has to offer.
Okay, a few things. I've told you I've met John Woo and Chow Yun-fat.
Yes, yes, you have.
Okay, I have met them. So I have not seen The Killer in probably 30 years. Whenever it came out, I watched it.
Mhm.
When 97 it came out, I don't know, 80, whenever it came out.
89. 89 it first came
So
out.
I was 89, 18. So I probably saw this at 20.
Okay.
So I'm 30 years ago, I've rewatched this. Now, I got to tell you, I remembered nothing,
Okay.
not a thing about it. So I sat there and I'm like, 10-year-old me came out. I friggin' love this thing. Now, the thing I didn't get the first time I see it, because
Hmm.
I don't know, I probably did watch it with subtitles, but I don't remember. Maybe I did, maybe the subs weren't good. And I can't believe how important the songs are. The songs
Yeah.
give you a deep story thing that I think I missed the first time I ever watched it.
Hmm.
Because I'm sure I wouldn't have paid attention to the songs.
No, not I know I didn't when I was in college. I was like, just show me the shootouts.
And I was sitting there going, oh my God, these songs have such depth in them and add so much to the story. And I guess being older and rewatching it, I love this film.
Hmm.
Absolutely blew me away. Every fight scene was amazing. Every interaction with somebody had purpose and depth. And the end scene is just phenomenal. I think
Yeah.
Hard Boiled's end scene is the only thing that beats this. John Woo just proved to me again why I thought he was such an amazing director 30 years ago. And
Mhm.
his latest career stuff I haven't been overall happy with, but I'll still watch it.
Just same with me. I will. John Woo himself directed a remake of this.
I
I
didn't
think
see it.
it came out 2 years ago.
I know. American.
I
I wouldn't watch it.
I watched it after I watched the original. I watched the remake. The remake is garbage. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. The remake is horrible. Uh, Stick with the original. John Woo, 30 years ago, just amazing. He could do no wrong back then in my eyes.
Oh, I'm with you 100%. Um, I think the Chow Fat just proved to us he's a great action star. I
Yes.
wish his American career did a little bit more work, but oh well, didn't happen for him. Sorry, buddy. You were
Yeah,
really nice to meet, so
he had the one big hit in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon
which
in the
I
States.
didn't love. It was okay.
I'm not a huge fan of that movie, but I'm happy that him, Michelle Yeoh, I'm happy Ang Lee brought a wushu film to America and did well. So I'm happy about things around it more than I like the actual film, if that makes sense.
I'm with you 100%. Yeah, Killer 10 out of 10.
Hmm.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say. Just make sure you pay attention to everything. There's
Yes.
so much deep emotion storyline in here that you wouldn't expect in an action film.
Hmm.
It's almost like a romance film with a lot of action,
Yes. Yes.
which you don't see often, which I loved. Absolutely perfect film.
Yes. Okay. And now the last film that we will discuss is one that I mentioned on the last episode. And I think, Simon, you're going to have to explain to me why this is the classic it is.
Oh God, Doug, you still didn't like this?
I liked it more than when I
Oh
first saw it 20 years
God,
ago,
loved it again.
but I am still, for me, it's a 3 out of 5, not a 5 out of 5
I agree.
masterpiece.
I'm totally with you on
Okay.
that one. I gave it a 3.5. I'll tell you that again.
Okay.
Breathless is what you want to talk about. Go
Yes,
ahead.
yes. Breathless, directed by Jean-Luc Godard, starring Jean-Paul Beauregard and Gene Seberg. So Simon, explain to me why this is considered
Oh,
the classic that it is. When I
Doug.
look at it and I just see it's a good film. It's I got more out of it when I watched it yesterday than when I watched it 20 years ago.
I think I gave a
But
7 or an 8. Dude, have to check my letterbox. But what I think
okay.
you're missing is the film style, and it was the first time they had ever seen this. I mean, we're looking at beautiful depth shots, just people walking down streets. And I find even room shots have such huge depth when he's ripping off the woman off their money or going the other. I just see such depth in all his shots. They're all beautifully designed inside, like everything's set up
Okay.
nicely. I think the conversations all feel very real to me, very
Okay.
real conversations. And I mean, his street, anytime he's outside, it's just amazing to me.
Okay. I
And
mean, I will
you
say,
see that in Paris when he's doing those long shots are just phenomenal. You didn't see that before this film, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, there was one shot that I loved with the cops coming out of the travel agency, running down the street, getting into the subway, and then the camera pans over and you just see Jean-Paul Beauregard coming up the other side of the subway, coming up. I thought that was a beautiful shot. I think what got me is the jump cuts in this movie, that there were cuts and edits in dialogue scenes, people, and nothing really changed. Like, if he's sitting in a car talking with somebody and Godard cut the conversation, there would be jump cuts in the conversation, and the character doesn't really move much within the confines of where they are, but you do see the jump cuts, and that was kind of off-putting to me, I would say.
I have to agree with you. That's one of my problems with the film. I don't love the editing, but I think we're looking at a
Okay.
very early auteur. And well,
Hmm.
he doesn't really know how to do that better yet. I mean, you can look at Marty and Mean Streets, which I don't love as a film, but you probably do.
I will. I've only seen Mean Streets once, so I do
And
need
I
to
found it
rewatch.
very dull. And I mean, I
Okay.
think we're seeing, but I think when you see this and he can't edit, I accept it, but I'm not watching it for the editing. I'm watching it for the depth this man has in every shot.
Okay.
Like I said, anytime they're outside or even in a room, I feel that room looks lived in, which I didn't
Okay.
even see in
Mhm.
Lynne Ramsay's To Die For. I didn't feel that house was lived in.
Okay.
I feel like just
Mhm.
set dressed it. This feels real. Everything in this film feels as real. Her selling the newspapers feels real to me. Her having a cup of coffee with that producer feels real to me. Her
Okay.
making the phone call to set him up felt real. The whole thing when they're putting
Mhm.
pressure on his buddy to find out where he is felt real to me. So it's realism is really what I'm saying in this film that you're
Okay.
looking for. You really does. I think the jump cuts are just because we're in somebody's life and this is the way real life is. They jump from
Okay.
dialogue, conversation to conversation.
Okay. I get that. I get what you're saying. I guess for me, like for you with Die My Love, this just wasn't for me. This just didn't capture me that way.
Oh, it did for me. I
Okay.
think I gave it a 7 or an 8, and I still will stick by that. I would not give this a perfect score because I don't think it's a perfect film.
Okay.
I think it's a little basic on plot,
Hmm.
but we're not watching this for the plot. I think we're watching it for the depth and the beauty of the film. It
Okay.
just comes off the screen for me.
I think I have to try Truffaut. I think I might like Truffaut
400
films
blows.
better than Godard films. I think that might be the
Truffaut's a
case.
more complete story.
Yes. So I think maybe on my next list I will have a Truffaut film so I could
Well,
try
I've
that
seen a tiny bit
to
of
compare.
Truffaut. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm making an effort to watch a little bit more foreign, but
Hmm.
every once in a while I gotta watch War Machine, so it kind of
Yeah.
interferes.
I tried to balance War Machine out with I gave you the
Oh,
killer, which
oh,
is,
Killer was so good.
low end of action to like, pretty high action.
I'd say 10 out of 10 for this. It's two opposite
Yeah.
films.
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks, Doug. Did you buy anything?
Actually,
Oh, you're allowed
yes.
to bring things into the new home?
Yes.
Okay.
I This isn't a movie though, but this
Oh,
is what I have been
I can't.
spending
It's
my
all
time
blurred.
doing.
It's
Can't
all blurred. Just read it
the
to me.
It is the new Resident Evil Requiem video game for PlayStation 5.
Oh, you're allowed. You have video game time too?
Yes, Resident Evil 9 is what I've been doing with my free time.
I have no problem. I think I've on 5 still. I haven't finished 5 just because I'm
Okay.
lazy. And that's why
Fair.
I'm halfway through it, and one of these days I'll get back to it. And I have a lovely PS4 I've never played a game on sitting upstairs.
Okay.
Eventually, I will probably play 6, 7, 8 at some point, but that's just me. I just go through periods I don't play for a year, then I'll play for a year solid. Is
Fair.
that it, Doug? Nothing. I haven't bought anything because I just don't leave the house other than to buy snacks for myself.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, I'm still unpacking, still have to put all my art up on the walls. Kate and I have to have a discussion about what goes where.
So
And
basically, you're going to agree. So that's okay.
yes,
Okay, got that. Do you hear that, Kate? This is on record, so you can't get out of it. If they make it,
we will watch it.
good night, all.
Good night.